Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Near Fear, and today we have F1 2013, the walkthrough where we teach you how to drive a Caterham,
Okay,
I
guys,
guess.
let's get these changes made.
Anyway, a little bit about the series that we're doing here. Is basically to get
All
a
complete, we're
general
ready.
idea of how Caterham career mode should work, I'm assuming for the average slash somewhat noteworthy player. And yeah, we're gonna go with first free tip that's gonna play its way into the series is run with lower fuel than everyone else, just so that you can get a hot lap where there's practically nothing in the car and you're getting the most straight line speed. You also want to keep your momentum through the corners and hit all the apexes fairly nicely so you don't drop any speed and you don't fly off into gravel traps. You also want to be mindful of the car itself. It tends to be a little bit understeery in the front and a little oversteery in the rear, depending on what you're doing. It has some power on oversteer, but at the same time it's a bit understeery, so you want to adjust the setup accordingly, or if you're not running a setup, just switch to one of the engineer's setups and get as much rotation out of the front initially as you can, because you can almost without a doubt expect this thing to understeer every single time. Right here is just the hot lap that I did in Q1, which unfortunately didn't end up getting me into Q2. We did it the first part of the session, and we did two more later in the session in the last 5 minutes. And although I did improve on my time both times successfully, we didn't get past 18th place. So that was quite unfortunate, but we did get very comfortable with the car. It's always important to be very comfortable with the setup you have on the car, because if you're not, you're just not going to do too well. You're going to get very, very frustrated, and you might even crash in a race that is about an hour and a half long at Melbourne, which isn't fun at all. But yeah, here we are to come across the line. DRS and curves open to set a 128, which isn't that great. I'm used to setting 124s. So yeah, the only very important thing that I'm going to explain now is be very kind of, I'm not going to say progressive on the brakes. You want to be progressive on the throttle, but you want to come very hard on the brakes and then kind of modulate them so that you can get the most stopping power. It's kind of like your own little ABS with your foot, if you will. And that usually tends to get the most, tends to get stopped in a straight line a lot quicker. And if you do it right, it allows you to start your turn in a little bit earlier, so you can line up the car for the apex of the corner here around Melbourne, where your front end doesn't always turn in as much when you have heavier fuel loads. But that's it for the tips and what I've learned today. Feel free to come back and like and subscribe for more. We're going to have a video hopefully every week or every 3 days, however many times we can manage with our schedule. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Later.
This is your first race, so concentrate on keeping it clean and a good result should follow. Good luck. pitting within the next 5 laps. The pit crew are ready for you at the end of this lap. Box this lap. Careful not to drive over the white line when coming out of the pit. Likely to be running in fuel conservation mode. His times will be slightly slower than normal. We need to pass this guy. You're much faster in sector 1. Fuel is looking okay, but we'll keep an eye on it. We're 7 places up on our predicted finish. Come on, keep going. We need you to make way for the car behind. Watch out for traffic as you rejoin the track. Blue flag conditions. Let the car immediately behind through. You're not racing him. Back up to speed. Wave blue conditions. We can't let this guy hold us up much longer. You might want to consider dialing down the fuel mix, otherwise we might run out by the end of the race. Charlotte, 2 places in front of you. directly behind Charles. Charles is next.